When I see people that post GoFundMes for their dying animals, it pisses me off.
So who else dreads going to the vet?
Morning, guys. Dr. Megan here. We're going to discuss a little topic that comes up often.
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
Welcome back.
So another big thing that comes to my mind is taking animals to the vet, because we have 3 exotic animals, and for us that'd be very expensive, because even though they seem like they're normal, they're exotic, so this just makes it harder. And also we have a limited vets to go to at that point.
Yeah, it really sucks. But vet bills are expensive, like especially with dogs and cats. Like one vet visit
Yeah, take your time.
could cost like $800+ maybe even $1,000.
Oh yeah, we had to put down, my family had to put down some dogs, because at a certain point they're either going to be suffering until they die because of the things we cannot pay for, or it'd just be cheaper to still euthanize them.
Yeah.
And then it's not back wrestling during the time that we had them. A lot of ones, there was not that many sanctuaries around that can help out or anything. Usually we had to put them down.
Yeah, or take them to the
CCA.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually, before, we didn't have that with a lot of other dogs that we had.
Yeah, because apparently that costs nothing. You can just walk in there and say you found this animal, and then they'll just take it for free.
Yeah.
It's sad, but like, dang.
I lost a lot of dogs in them crazy ways. Don't trust your dog around the garage door. Don't trust them around the antifreeze either.
Please. And keep watch over your pets. It's not safe.
It's not.
If your cat ever has a life-threatening emergency, I want to prepare you for the experience you're about to have. My cat had urinary block, which means that he could not pass any urine. And by the way, always check your cat's litter box for pee clumps. Make sure your cat always can pee. So my cat was blocked. It is a life-threatening situation. I knew that. But even then, when the vets brought me to the exam room, they already examined the cat. They knew what was going on. The vets point blank told me, your cat is dying, and unless you pay right now $3,500, your cat is going to die. And any services that we are about to do, the payment for them is due right now, right this instance. Here's the terminal. So I was sitting there. I actually knew that I had enough money, I had enough credit to pay the full amount, and I did. I put my card against the terminal. The terminal showed the green check mark, which meant that my cat was going to leave, likely. But after that, I could not stop thinking, what could have happened if let's say I had a cat a couple of years prior, when I had a less fortunate economic situation in my hands, when I did not have savings, I did not have a good credit. What would happen if I showed up to this veterinary office with not deep enough pockets? And honestly, it kept me awake for 3 nights while my cat was being treated. So just, first of all, if you have a pet, cat, dog, whatever, buy yourself a medical insurance, pet insurance, and buy yourself a good pet insurance. Make sure you read all the terms and conditions. They're not numerous. These insurances are pretty simple. Make sure you know what they cover. And 2, I guess, make sure you have some slash fund or some friend you can borrow money from, because literally my cat was blocked, so he could die within 2 days if I hadn't produced the money. So money had to come from somewhere. Thank God I had a credit card. You need to have a credit card at the moment. They're not gonna give you a chance to go into debt, not even that. You need to have money at the moment of service. And this was horrible experience, needless to say. And I have insurance too. I have insurance, and when they quoted me $3,500, they actually quoted me $3,500 to $4,500. And even though I have insurance with a deductible of $1,000, it would not mean anything, because again, payment is due right there and then. Here is the terminal in your face. Just be aware of that. Be ready if you have a animal that this is the kind of experience you might get. That you either pay up or your cat is going to die. Anyway, I just got him back today. He's doing fine. His tail looks ridiculous. He is constantly stoned, but he's gonna live. He is not allowed to have any life-threatening emergencies for the next 30 years. Anyway, get yourself insurance. I know situation in the United States is screwed up, so it's a huge amount of money they might ask of you. Just make sure you can produce them from somewhere. Anyway, lesson learned. Yet another dark facet of life in the United States. Medical insurance for humans is fucked up beyond any measure, and now I know that health care situation with cats is even worse. Take care, y'all.
Healthcare in America is screwed with everything, isn't it? Oh my god!
And then you need insurance for everything, and then they want to charge you so much for the insurance, and then try to not pay every time.
Yeah, this one comment here says like there's a vet talking like they don't have payment plans. Why don't they have payment plans?
Yeah,
I can go into like an interest-based debt with my own health. Why can't I do that for someone else's own, like a creature's health?
exactly.
They're gonna put me in debt for anything else anyway, so might as well.
It's insane.
For real. Also, since it's smaller, it's a smaller debt overall too. So why not just let me do it?
Yeah. I hope they have charities for stuff like this where they just kind of do these surgeries for free or donations.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's just it's hard to come by because not in every state, and it's only certain ones that do certain things for certain people. Like before, I was showing you that live stream of that fair sanctuary. They do the surgeries for them, but you give them to them, you don't get them back. That's over. They have them now, and they're going to own them forever.
That's insane.
So you're basically you're screwed. If you want to keep your pet, you can't give them away to somebody, or
Yeah.
Sucks.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So who else dreads going to the vet? I'm here now, trying to build up the courage to go in here and get absolutely railed. Yeah, man, the markup for these products and services is ridiculous. My dumbass thought at one point about getting some pet insurance. But that's a scam, just like all other insurances. And but before my vets and vet assistants come on here and attack me, I know most of you are good people, and it's a noble cause. Hell, I would probably do it if I thought I could make the kind of money that I make in sales. Well, hell, maybe I could, considering the markups and margins if I own the place. But yeah, it's another one of those deals where they take advantage of you because you're going to pretty much do anything for your pets, right? I would, and I have. I would spend, whatever I'd spend every dime I had to save my dogs or to make sure that they're okay. But that doesn't make it okay to have these extreme markups for the products and services, that vets have, to be honest with you.
And truly, are they markups? Does anyone really know how much it costs to save a dog's life?
Yeah, it most likely is way cheaper, with anything, than what they charge you for.
Yeah, probably. But it's once again, it's a medical thing. Who knows what it is? Because people, I've seen look through comments a lot of these videos. People are I'm a vet med. This not markups. This is legit. How much does this cost in general?
Wow.
And it used to be cheaper just because people were doing, but everything's gone up.
Yeah.
So they got big goes up too. So it's not even just because before they were expensive compared to everything else.
Yeah.
Still, $800 to save a dog. Now that everything has gone up, $8 gone up, $1,000 to save a dog.
Literally everything is unaffordable now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's what it feels like to me. But sometimes they I feel like they do be marking it up.
Yeah. Can't even enjoy life anymore, really.
Yeah, for sure.
You would not fucking believe how much veterinary care costs, and I'm gonna have to put my pet down now because I can't afford it. This is just ridiculous. Ariana, licensed vet tech, let's talk about it. Vet care costs, love it. My favorite. And when I say favorite, I mean I'm so sick of hearing this. I'm just gonna pull the band-aid off because most of us in vet med can't ever say this. But owning a pet is a privilege. That's it. Every single one of us is very much aware on how much cost is when it comes to caring for animals and their health care. So when you tell us that it's too much and then blame us because now you have to put your pet down because you don't have enough money for it, there's no sympathy because nobody had a gun to your head telling you have to take that dog home now or you're going to die. They're going to shoot you. Nobody did that. You took that animal home knowing how much animal care cost is and that it's expensive. And you want to know how I know you knew how much it was? Just guess. Because people have been complaining about the cost of animal care for at least 20 years. So even if you have a 20-year-old cat, you knew it was expensive. Owning a pet is a privilege just like owning a vehicle. You know owning a car is expensive. It truly blows my mind that I've gotten blamed for having to kill someone's pet because they cannot afford the veterinary care. That is not my fault, friend. That pet did not just walk up to your house one day. And because I know that they're pets that have, you chose to keep them. You can give me every fucking excuse you can think of, I've heard it. You made the choice to have this animal in your house, and it is your responsibility and nobody else's. If you cannot afford that, that is your fault, and if you have to put your pet down as a result, that is your fault as well. It is not fair to blame your staff for that, especially staff that's underpaid to be able to give you low-cost health care. I don't know if people realize, but once insurances get integrated with veterinary care, cost is going up for the same reasons that human healthcare does. And unfortunately, I think we're going that way. Guess whose fault it's not? Your vet staff. I have sympathy for your pet, not you. Signed, every veterinary staff person ever and always.
Because I don't remember pet insurance being around for that long.
Yeah, it seems like a new thing.
Oh my gosh, it's the insurance industry. It's of them again.
It's always
They
them.
ruin health. They ruin health for your pet.
They don't care about anybody's health. They care about your money.
For real. You see what happened with that whole Louise situation with the United Healthcare guy.
Yep.
The Blue Cross Blue Shield, a company that my family used for such a long time, was going to do something crazy. They saw what happened. They're like, you know what? You know what, guys? We're not going to do that.
It's ridiculous.
It's them. It's always been them. So they knew they did not need to do that. They saw someone get taken out, like, oh wait, this can actually really get some people mad and bad spot. Let's not do that now.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't need to do it. They know they didn't need to do it.
It's crazy. Now they're scared.
They all scared.
That's what happens when you scam people.
For real. Not everyone's gonna be calm, collected about it.
Exactly.
Oh, he was cool, calm, collected about it.
When I see people that post GoFundMes for their dying animals, it pisses me off. I understand generally the appeal of it. I get that vet bills are incredibly expensive, and if you can get people on the internet to help pay for them, more power to you. I crowdsourced a crab boil last night that I ate. Not in any position to judge you for getting money from strangers on the internet. However, I'm seeing a very large influx of people on this app who seem to get animals with no concept of how much money they should have. So when I see people on here who get a brand new kitten and 3 weeks in they're like, my kitten needs an expensive surgery and I can't afford to pay for it, will you guys help me pay for it? My answer is gonna be no. I'm sorry. My answer at that point is give away your kitten to somebody who can afford it. It is not outrageous to say that you should not adopt a dog or a cat or a pet like that unless you have at least a few hundred, if not $1,000 put aside and saved. I think there's a really large group of people that think about the immediate costs of having a pet, the food and the fun toys, and maybe the initial vet bills. And they don't consider the fact that when you have a pet for a while, eventually they're probably going to have some sort of medical problem where they need to go to the vet, which is notoriously an incredibly expensive place. The other thing that irritates me about it all is pet insurance exists. My cat had to get 8 teeth pulled, which was over $1,000. Pet insurance covered 90% of the bill. So I don't appreciate when people are getting pets with no money in the bank, no pet insurance, and also just sort of expecting that other people will help pay for it. I especially don't like it because there's this whole emotional aspect intertwined where people are like, this is my dog that I love and I've had for a long time. I believe you. I believe that you got attached to that dog and you love him very much and you don't want to give him up. However, should you have gotten him in the first place? It's the same as having a child. Can you afford to have a child? Do you have the space for a child? If your child goes through some large medical event, can you cover it? Because the internet cannot. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be what you're expecting as a standard.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Truly. Because it's just like having a car. Yeah, you can get a car but you have no money, but now you have no money in the car. Oh, your wheel fell off.
Yeah.
You're stuck with it. Like,
It's why you have to budget and save and know like the expected costs and unexpected costs of everything.
yeah, back to that car analogy. You can't buy a car only having money to pay for the car wash.
Exactly.
You know, can't buy a pet only being able to pay for the grooming bill, which I want to say that itself is crazy expensive. I can wash my own pet. Thank you very much.
Please. I'm pretty sure the pets don't even like the grooming stuff.
They don't. They don't. Most of them, they rather be rolling around in dirt. You know, that's a legit thing they do in the wild. So
It's their nature.
it's in nature.
Don't break yourself over this, please.
For real.
Morning, guys. Dr. Megan here. We're going to discuss a little topic that comes up often. So everybody, why doesn't the vet offer a payment plan? Why won't the vet let me make payments? Let me explain to you why. Okay, so I've been out of school for a little less than 10 years. When I started practicing, it was, for example, hey, it's going to cost us $1,000 to $2,000 to treat your dog. That's the estimate, low end, high end. Put down a couple $100 and we'll get going. Okay, that progressed over the time, over these 9 years. That now you get an estimate for $1,000 to $2,000. We need you to put down $1,000, the low end of the estimate, up front before we're going to touch your dog. And you know why that is? It's because y'all don't pay your bill. That's it. It's simple as that. Okay. When I started, we did take payment plans, and my coworker would sit for hours dealing with collection. Here's the thing: if a credit card company isn't going to give you a credit card, if you don't have the money in savings, if you don't have money in the bank, what makes you think that you're going to pay us back? Thing is, you don't. You don't pay us back. So we stopped offering payment plans. There are many other options: Care Credit, Scratch Pay, whatever. They can chase after you, but we're not going to chase after you anymore. Okay? So the reason that we don't offer these payment plans is because you guys didn't pay your bill. Sorry, but that's the truth. Hope you guys are having a good day. We'll talk to you later.
No, this is so for real. Then that explains all. I ain't taking payment plans, but I guess it would be too much work to go to call a collection agency, sell it to a debt collection agency. I guess they would be too small money for them too, because this goes for more than just vets. This also goes for urgent care. Because I remember that one time I had to go to urgent care for a situation, and when my mother, I had to pay myself because I had money at the time. I went there, and then while I'm doing it, the lady says, "Hey, you have $90 overdue." I haven't been to urgent care in like 13 years at that point.
This is why you keep up with your bills. Make sure you pay, because you don't want to ruin it for everybody else. Because that would get really expensive, like having to do all those surgeries and stuff, and then they're not getting paid back. Like they would go out of business.
Yeah, like that small amount was not paid. I cannot imagine the amounts that's not being paid at vet bills. Vet bills they're doing payment plans.
Exactly.
Which is crazy. That's not much.
People don't be having money, or some of y'all just like to scam others and like not pay.
For real.
It's insane.
All I gotta say.
Yep. But thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Tell me about your pet's problems. Oh, tell me what kind of pet you have. I want to know. Bye.
Bye.